break away, break through, break free, break out.
Watch Real Life Talk TV. You need real wisdom. You want real power. Watch Real Life Talk TV by Robert Louis Taylor. You need real wealth. You want real purpose. Watch Real Life Talk TV by Robert Louis Taylor. Break away, break through, break free, break out.
Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. You need courage in time of fear, because upon down you should hear. Talk about Jesus. Talk about Jesus.
My bad, boys and girls. I apologize. My bad. That's kicking it too old school. Somebody shout, remix 2016. Remix 2016. You see, because of my many tattoos, my dreadlocks, and my gold chains, there are a lot of people racing to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because my jeans are sagging, my sneakers are untied, and I don't go to church, there are a bunch of adults pacing to tell me that I'm wasting valuable time, that I'm blowing it big time, and they done wrote me off. They say I have no future. There are adults who, like Kentucky Derby winner American Pharaoh, they are chomping at the bit. They can barely hold their reins. And they're off, galloping to tell me exactly what I need to do, how I need to do it, when and where it needs to be done. As a matter of fact, I generally find these adults at the front of the crowd, riding in on their high horses, always pointing out my mistakes, hollering what I should do differently, how I should talk differently, how I should act differently, how I should behave differently, always screaming at the top of their lungs. Critical, callous, high and mighty. But when, somebody say, but when I tried to get the critical, the callous, and the high and mighty to see what God sees, when I try to get the critical and the callous and the high and mighty to actually and actively work on behalf of someone else, when I ask the critical, the callous, and the high and mighty to roll up their sleeves and help, to go the extra mile, to give more than lip service, but to actually tutor, to actually feed and to rescue and to redeem and to encourage, to not just quote Fannie Lou Hamer again, I'm sick and tired of being, I don't want to hear it, to not just quote Ralph Bunche again, to not just quote Sojourner Truth again, to not just quote James Cleveland again. I don't feel no, Lord help me to hold, don't want to hear that again. But when I try to get the critical, the callous, the high and mighty to personally help, to get out of their saddles, to get off their high horses and work, to reach out and to reach down, to meet me where I am, bruised, bewildered, beat up, beat down, brainwashed. Every adult, please listen good. Hear me good. Young people are crying out, and they're saying this: if we ever needed your help before, the harvest is ripe and the time is right now. Look around. It's a state of emergency. I beg each of you, please see what God sees. Young people needing adult workers. Please see what God sees. Young people needing adults who have personally heard and who actively believe the word of God. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Robert. It's the 21st century. I know what you're saying. These are different days and time. We have self-driving automobiles. We have smartphones. We have with artificial intelligence-driven robots. There's drones. There's plans being made for a manned space flight to Mars. There's all kinds of technology. Go-to-meeting virtual technology. Oh, isn't it amazing? True, in many churches, they even have those combination wafer and wine cups for communion. Many churches, they are streaming worship services worldwide. But let me tell you something. On a human level, on a personal level, on a training up a child level. You remember that, training up a child level, from boys to men, from girls to women level, rites of passage level. Let me tell you, nothing has changed. Just like it was when I was an adolescent, when I was a teenager, when I was a hard-to-reach dashiki wearing, hard-to-get-through, hard-headed knucklehead. Young people still, say it, still need adult workers, adult helpers who enjoy Jesus' life, music, and laughter. And although they may never admit it, thugs and shorties are tired of dying from drug overdoses, tired of dying from gang initiation, tired of risking their lives for 5 minutes of cray-cray on the internet. Although they would never think it out loud and never say it out loud, players and playmates are sick and tired of the early signs of diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Though they would never rap about it, never nay and bop to it, boys and girls with broken hearts, with troubled minds, with little hope for a new destiny, are tired of the isolation, tired of so many hard choices, tired of having to go at it alone without coping skills, with no one to show them the way through, the way out, the way up. Look around. They are desperately seeking seasoned, spiritual, thick or thin, ride or die adult helpers. Workers, listen. When they are good, bad, and ugly, young people still need adults to show and tell. Young people still need adults who win, lose, or draw are propelled by the powerful word of God to be lifters, restorers, mentors, healers. Adults to save players and shorties from indifference and incarceration. Adults are needed to save sons and daughters from poverty and prejudice. Adults are needed to save boys and girls from depression and suicide. Adults are needed to save nieces and nephews, godsons and goddaughters from self-hate and cyber-bullying. I plead with you adults, let God use you. Let God use you. Show and tell young people. Show and tell them that with active faith in God and with active faith in yourself, the best is yet to come. Adults, show and tell young people that even during times of unpredictable political change, times of uncertain societal changes, times of unprecedented climate changes, tell them the best is yet to come. With active faith in God, with active faith in yourself, the Lord will open doors no man can close. The Lord will, with active faith in God, with active faith in yourself, the Lord will shut doors that no man can open. Ladies and gentlemen, let God use you. Right now, the opportunity is presenting itself. Initiate and implement the Word of God. Right now, the opportunity is knocking. Really, it's a state of emergency. Really, really loud. Display and demonstrate the Word of God. Let God use you. Joshua, the 2nd chapter, verses 10 through 13 teaches we belong happy. We belong healthy. We belong radiant. We belong prosperous. We belong strong. We belong effervescent. We belong brave and empowered. Help someone else. Don't you dare fall for the media hype. Don't you dare succumb to the hoopla, to the puffery, to the lies, but actively believe the powerful Word of God. It's important. The current existence, as well as the glorious untapped futures and destiny of our young people matter. Yesterday, today, forever. Black lives matter. Get to work. There's still a lot of faith left in you. Take care of business. Make it do what it do. There's still a lot of fight left in you. The Word works. Work the Word. No longer accept being mistreated academically. No longer consent to your family being stuck economically between a rock and a hard place, between buying food versus buying medicine. There's still a lot of faith. There's still a lot of fight in you. No longer tolerate your friends being beat down and beat up and suckered punched socially and politically. Let God use you. I'm a witness. I can see it all over you. From the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, I can see you actively and actually taking care of business, floating like a butterfly and stinging. You have personally heard the powerful Word of God. You actively believe the powerful Word of God. Break away, break through, break free, break out. Propel to help someone else. The Word works. Work the Word. The best is yet to come. Lord, here I am, here I stand. My life is in your hands. Lord, I'm longing to see your desires revealed in me. Take my heart, take my life as a living sacrifice. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I place them in your hands. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away so you can use me. The Word works. Work the Word. I give myself away so you can use me.
Look here, look here, look here.